So let me begin. I would like to welcome all of you to the question and answer session for Imaging for All applicants. Thank you for your interest and attendance to this session. I know that some of you are in distant time zones, early or late, so thank you for being here. My name is Deniz Saltukoglu, and I am the Scientific Project Manager of Imaging for All funding program. My colleague Sophie Winter is here. She's our network manager at Global BioImaging, and she will be moderating this session. We also have another colleague here, Yara Rice from Global BioImaging, and we will try to answer your questions about this funding program. So I'm going to start the session out by presenting you Imaging for All and the application process. It would be nice if this is an interactive session. Let's try it this way. So feel free to interrupt me and jump in with your questions as it is needed. If you raise your hand, Sophie is going to give you the chance to ask your question, or you could also simply interrupt me and ask your questions. So to begin with, I4A is a funding initiative that is generously supported by the Wellcome Trust of the UK, and it is administered and delivered by Global BioImaging. Moment. Okay. For those of you who do not know about Global BioImaging is an international network of cutting-edge bioimaging facilities and communities, with its offices situated in EMBL Heidelberg. Global BioImaging offers many, I don't know how this is, I have a problem with the slides. Okay, let's do it like this. Global BioImaging offers many activities, including in-person and online training courses, a yearly exchange of experience conference on topics related to imaging facilities, among other things. Imaging for All is an addition to Global BioImaging's portfolio of events to facilitate global collaboration in the field of bioimaging. With Imaging for All, what we aim is to fund over 100 researchers and imaging scientists that are working at low and middle income countries in 3 to 4 open calls until mid-2026. So this is the first one right now of the 3-4 open calls that we are planning under Imaging for All. We have 3 tracks under Imaging for All: the access track, the pro track, and the training track. And with these tracks, we aim that researchers and imaging scientists access imaging instruments globally for experiments. They receive hands-on training at imaging facilities, and they participate in imaging-related courses and workshops. The first open call timeline we have, we are now in the application phase, and this is the deadline is November 30 for our first open call. And afterwards, we are going to have a review phase. And for the Access and Pro tracks, this is going to be about 2 months. And for the training track, for the first open call, we have a 1-month period. And afterwards, we are going to announce the awards, and you can begin your travel arrangements and visits. Well, you could begin with travel arrangements maybe earlier, but okay, so then there's going to be, so for those of you who need a visa, that would need to apply for a visa to do your visits. Who is eligible? So this is low and middle income countries. This is not a list that we have made. This is a list from the OECD. And the countries that you see here in purple are, so if you are a researcher affiliated with an institution, in countries in purple, then you are eligible to apply for this grant. And you can go to, so basically actually anywhere in the world. So both the purple and the yellow countries you can actually visit with this grant. We do not look at restriction. We do not have restriction on nationality. So you need to be affiliated only. So you need to have your affiliation in a low middle income country. And the hosts, as I said, they could be worldwide, they could be not-for-profit institutions, core imaging facilities, and laboratories with imaging equipment. The application process is, first, we would like you to send us your inquiry, what you would like to do with the funds. And then the next step would be to partner up with a prospective hosting facility, or you would be applying for the training course that you would like to visit. I will explain this later in detail, but then you will submit your official, once this step is over, you will submit your official Imaging for All application. And there's going to be the review process, and then we will grant you access. So in the access track, so the first track of Imaging for All, this is for accessing imaging technologies and related services, basically to explore your scientific question using imaging. Here you could try out new imaging modalities, new sample preparation techniques. You could develop a new imaging assay. So you would be seeking out expertise in another place, which you may not have readily available to you. Researchers and imaging scientists from imaging facilities are eligible to apply. Here, the imaging expertise we are looking for is from low to high. The grant is for 10,000 euros. We have calculated about 2 weeks of access with this, but if this grants you more time in where you want to go, so we would be accepting that as well. And here the hosts are imaging facilities and laboratories with imaging equipment worldwide, so wherever you would like to go. And also multiple visits to the same host are possible under one grant. However, we only will accept one reimbursement request from the imaging facility and from you. The way it goes, how you apply. So in the access, you want to, let's say, apply to the access track. So you would first have to fill out a description. So how are with the forms? So you would be filling out a project description form. And well, this will be an effort between you and the hosting institution, your prospective hosting facility. Here, this is a Word document, actually, you can find on the website. And here we ask you questions about the scientific background of your project, the experimental plan when you go to the hosting facility, the imaging instruments and services you would like to use, and sample logistics. We want you to think about how you're going to send samples and reagents, whether you're going to send them actually, or whether you are going to organize them at your hosting imaging facility. So we would like you to think about these things. Once you have your project description form between you and the hosting imaging facility, so then the hosting imaging facility is going to have to fill out a form, which is called confirmation of support form. This is a Google Documents form. And here, so what we want from the hosting facility at this point is that they confirm that the study can be performed at their facility, so they have capacity and for you, and they would also do a technical feasibility assessment here for the project you are proposing. And we also ask from them a price estimation for the proposed project in terms of access fees, service fees that you require, and the reagents and consumables that they have to provide for you. Once this step is done, then comes the application, so the official application form. This is again in the form of a Google Forms, and here the questions are more towards how does your proposal align with your scientific interest? How do you see the career, so impact this grant will have on your career? How do you plan to disseminate the knowledge that it's gained? What is your motivation to apply? And also attach a short CV to this form. And yeah, with that, your application is complete. This is the access track. Now we have the pro track. The pro track is So it's an extended duration, it's for an extended duration experimental work for experienced microscopists. So we are actually in this track, we are looking for a high imaging expertise. It could also be, ProTrack also covers hands-on training in imaging modalities and sample preparation in imaging facilities. You could also use the ProTrack to acquire skills in an imaging facility, in imaging facility organization and management, or acquire skills in imaging facility roles. Here we have twice the funds compared to the access track. So we have 20,000 euros. And here, what is quite different from the access track in the pro track is the hosts here are GBI partner network, so Global BioImaging partner network facilities that are evaluated for external user access. And here we do ask you, if you want to apply for the pro track, we do ask you to contact us beforehand. So we need to think about it together. You consult us for a suitable facility for your goals. And here multiple visits to the same host within one grant is possible, but there's only going to be one reimbursement request. So what it means, ProTrack hosts. So here you see again the same map, Global BioImaging map. So all these facilities, so partner networks and infrastructures are eligible for the ProTrack, but some are already confirmed hosts, and information on this can be obtained on the website. And we have some potential hosts. When it comes to the potential hosts, what they need to do is they need to fill out one additional form, which will be evaluated by our independent expert panel on external user access, that whether they actually have external user services that they provide. In the ProTrack, if you are seeking only training, then you fill out the visit plan form. Or if you want to do experimental work, you will fill out the project description form. Again, you can find all this information on the website. And after this step, it's the same as the access. You will ask for a confirmation of support from the prospective imaging facility. And as I said, if the hosting institution is a potential host, then they will also have to complete the I4A Pro host form. And this is, all this is something that when you partner up with an imaging facility, you will have to communicate this information to them. Of course, we can help you with your first contact with the hosting facility, and we can help you with your communication. But imaging facilities will have to know about these things. And finally, we have the training track. In the training track, so here we fund in-person imaging-related training courses, including image analysis, image data management, imaging facility management, etc. Here, not only researchers and imaging scientists are eligible, but also students can apply to this track. The imaging expertise we expect is from low to high. And here we fund up to 5,000 euros. Here there's one form, I4A training application form, which you will have to fill out. So overall, I think this is my last slide. What are the costs covered by I4A? So we cover imaging facility access fees. So instrument access costs, if there are any. We know that in some facilities there are no access costs, but in many facilities there are. Additional services that you may be using at the imaging facility, like cell culture, animal handling, so image data analysis services you can use if they have. And also, we also cover the consumables and reagents, but specifically for the experiments that, for your proposal, for the proposed project. If you are attending the training track, so we will cover the training course and workshop fees, of course. And apart from that, we cover travel and accommodation. Travel means tickets to the destination, to the destination and back. Local travel And if you make travel insurance for your visit, then we will also cover that. And if you need visas, we are going to cover visa processing fees, anything associated with visa processing fees. And we also know that all of this, so the travel and accommodation may cost a lot of money. So we can pre-book tickets and hotels when possible. If not possible, then you would do this yourself, and we would afterwards reimburse you for these costs. So this is all from me, and yeah. So please go ahead with the questions you may have.